everyone. Welcome back to Lee Summit Missional Church and our kids' Bible lesson for this morning. My name is Amy Starr, and I thank you for joining us. This comes from My First Hands-On Bible, and we're starting on page 236 today with another story about Jesus at the temple. And this one, he was a little bit older. This comes from Luke 2:41 through 52. The story's name is Jesus as a Boy in the Temple. Every year, Jesus' parents went to Jerusalem for the Passover festival. Festivals are big parties. You might have festivals in your family. We celebrate birthdays, we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Easter coming up. You can clap your hands and shout sometimes at festivals, right? It's like a big party. When Jesus was 12 years old, they attended the festival as usual. After the celebration was over, they started home to Nazareth, but Jesus stayed behind in Jerusalem. His parents didn't miss him at first because they assumed he was among the other travelers. But when he didn't show up that evening, they started looking for him among their relatives and friends. When they couldn't find him, they went back to Jerusalem to search for him there. 3 days later, they finally discovered him in the temple, sitting among the religious teachers, listening to them and asking questions. Can you think of a question you'd like to ask a teacher? Well, your mom and dad are also your teachers, right? And you can ask them a question anytime you need to. All who heard him were amazed at his understanding and his answers. His parents didn't know what to think. "Son," his mother said to him, "why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been frantic, searching for you everywhere." Oh man, they must have been very worried for Jesus. 3 days they looked for him. "But why did you need to search?" he asked. "Didn't you know that I must be in my Father's house?" But they didn't understand what he meant. Then he returned to Nazareth with them and was obedient to them. And his mother stored all these things in her heart. Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and all the people. Point to your head and then stretch up your arms really tall because you're growing up just like Jesus grew up into a man. What we need to remember today is that we can ask people questions about God and Jesus. We can ask mom and dad. We can ask grandma and grandpas. It's good to talk about Jesus. We can also ask God about Jesus. We can pray and ask that He reveals what He wants us to know. We attached in the comments a devotional for you to go through with your children this week, including a church walk, building a special fort, and some discussion questions. We hope you have a great week, and we hope that you'll join us next week as well. Thank you. Goodbye.